Hey everybody, welcome to Boardgame Heaven. My name is Raymond, and in this video I'm going to do an unboxing of HeroQuest against the Ogre Horde, which is the latest expansion for the re-released HeroQuest by Hasbro and Avalon Hill. Now, before I open up the box and show you the contents, I'd like to ask you to please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because that really helps the channel. And if you already have, you're an absolute legend. Thank you very much. Also, please check out my Patreon page by clicking the link in the description below. And there you can see how you can support my channel. And in return, you will get early access to all of my videos, your name in the credits, and also access to Patreon exclusive content. And patrons also save up for physical rewards such as the Boardgame Heaven pin. Alright, with that out of the way, let's open up the box and check the contents. So here it is, HeroQuest against the Ogre Horde quest pack. An expansion for a game for 2 to 5 players for ages 14 and up. Which of course requires the HeroQuest game system. Oh boy, I remember the classic one, which of course had different art, but this is so nostalgic with the old school logo and the old school frame here. That's really cool. On the side, it simply says the title, basically the same on all sides, so that's fine. And on the back of the box we see the components. You see all the miniatures ×2 and ×4, so you know how many are in there. We got the rule book, the cards, and the minis, and the tile, a couple of tiles, which is basically what's in here, what you need to expand your game. Has a bit of a blurb there, what the expansion is about. There's a list of contents here as well. So let's open it up. So first of all, we get some punch boards, which hold, of course, the tile. So there we go. This is a relatively thin punch board. It's not the thickest kind. It's about, I guess, a millimeter thick. Which for the board is fine, because you can just put that on the table or on the game board if you will want to, depending on where the quest tells you to put it. And that's fine. You don't want it to be too thick, actually, if you put it on the game board, because then it will be raised a bit too much. So I guess that's done on purpose. That does mean that the tokens are, of course, of the same thickness. That's, yeah, just a result of that. But yeah, they come out easily. Have a potion here that you can find on a dead body, I guess. So they all have these corpses on the back and these tokens on the front, which is new to me. Maybe they can be used as a one-shot die result should you roll badly, which is kind of cool. If that is indeed the mechanism that was added, I have no idea. I don't remember that from the original. We have a little leaflet here to download the companion app, so that you don't need a Zargon or Morcar, as he was called in Europe, player. You can use a digital Zargon. And once again, they put this face on the app just like on the player screen, and they put him here as well. But we, of course, we all know that this is Mentor. It's Mentor guiding the heroes with Lore Tome. And Morcar or Zargon was a different character altogether, but there was much confusion about that for a long time. But yeah, as a long-time member of Ye Olde Inn, we've discussed this much. We've debated and discussed and philosophized, and I think, yeah, Morcar is a different character. So we have this one. This one is very reminiscent of the original tile, but this is, of course, double-sided. So this seems to be new to me, unless I remember incorrectly. Like the cat head there. And the rug. This is also from the classic one. So this is also very recognizable. And this seems to be a new tile, once again, on the back. This, again, it's almost one-on-one the same as the one from the Classic Edition, because I instantly recognize this. Oh, I do recognize this as well, though. Yeah, the pit with the bridge, that's pretty cool. Has more prominent lines that I remember from the original, but that's okay. And of course, we get some extra blocked off passageways, or maybe they're falling rock traps. We got some hidden doors, let's get some pit traps. And on the back they have these. So that's, once again, new to me. So that's cool. So we got some gear, which I guess you can put down if a hero has fallen, so you know where to pick up their gear. All right, then we have this. Oh, this is just exactly like the Classic, the entrance to the Ogre Lair, if I remember correctly. This is really cool. Looks like the original art, and this as well, yeah. This as well. Two very old school tiles with some more tokens. We have the swinging blade trap, which was indeed something we saw as well in the Classic HeroQuest, with another potion, some more gear tiles, some hidden doors, and some corpses. This little piece of paper there to protect the rest. Oh, we have the quest book, which is this kind of paper, I guess. But this is nice, the whole Classic layout of the book, which has the rules and the setup and what the tokens do. And then we have the quests, which have on one side the layout for the quest, which doesn't even use the board in this case, and the description of the quest. And there's, of course, a whole bunch of those, so I'm not going to spoil them and show those to you. And there's, of course, the blank one, so you can design your own quests if you copy this. That's really cool. And I love the artwork there. All right, let's look at the minis. Oh, but before we do, let's take a look at the cards, of course, first. Which is good for Hasbro and Avalon Hill, not in plastic, but in just some paper. I like that. And then we have the Druid. Druid hero. You are the Druid. A woodland guardian and potent healer, you are a powerful physical combatant when under the effects of your shapeshift spell, but can be weakened when your resources are depleted. You do not wear metal armor. So you have the male and the female version, which is pretty cool. With their stats, they only have 1 attack die, 2 defense dice, 6 body points, and 4 mind points. Movement is 2 red dice, and they start out with a dagger. Then we have a wolf monster with their stats down here. The wolf may attack diagonally. Ooh, it has reach. And it's a faithful animal ally. Then we have the Ogre Mercenary. Yes. Then we have the Ogre Warrior. We have the Ogre Commander. Look at that. What a beast. The Ogre Champion, heavily armored, with the icon there. It's really nice. All the old school style icons. The Ogre Lord, wearing the crown. An Orc Archer. That is new. That's cool. A Goblin Archer. That's like that, lobbing a bomb there. A Skeleton Archer. See, this is stuff we didn't get in the Classic version. I love that. And then we have some Chaos spells, I guess. Are these? Yeah, well, we have Mind Lock, and I think those were in the original as well. Mind Burst with the Chaos Sorcerer, which isn't called Chaos Sorcerer these days, but Dominate. All right, so let me take a look at these. Yeah, well, there's basically just a text. Yeah, which is the same for Dominate, and for Mind Burst is a different one, of course. Same cards. And Mind Lock. So yeah, modern versions of the old spells. And then we have the spells for the Druids. So they get their own set of spells, which is cool. They can shapeshift. They have a Pixie. And they have Life Force to just gain health back again. That's pretty cool. That's a nice set of... Oh, I love this. Druid spells. Look at that. With the wolf, the pixie, and the stag there. That is awesome. I love that. Lovely update. All right, so then we have all of these minis. Let's see, is this a double tray? It is indeed. So we have the heroes down here. Let me just put that one back. And yeah, let's start with this tray then. Oh, that's really well done. So, these green dudes here must be the Orcish archers. Lovely detail. You know, the plastic is pretty good. It's very solid, not too soft, but not too hard either. So this can withstand some handling, and that's good. So here is the orc holding a pretty big longbow, I would say, with a big arrow, of course. And that looks really cool. I like that a lot. So we have 4 of those. Then we have these goblin archers, as they call them, but there's 2 different sculpts. So one of them actually just lobs grenades, fire bombs, and that also looks really nice. Different goblins from, of course, the original sculpts. They have had an update, but they have got some really cool detail, and they're kind of like better proportioned than the classic ones. But the classic ones, you know, I like them because of the nostalgia. But I do like that these got an update and they just look really good. So these are our boomerang goblins. Again, they call them archers because they use ranged weapons, but I like that they gone with something different than a bow. So we got bombs and boomerangs. That's cool. So 2 of each. Then we have these ogres here. So we have, I think this was the warrior and the other one the mercenary, I guess. I'm not sure anymore. So, but that again, really nice. They're the right size for ogres. They're like bigger than men. And of course, much broader and more muscular. And they are kind of the same size as the originals, and even the Warhammer Fantasy Battle ogres from the Ogre Battalion, because I used those previously to proxy the Ogre Horde, because I didn't have the original. And I think these are the exact right size. It's really nice. Love the detail. That's super cool. So we have 2 of those, one there and one there, and then we have 2 of these. Also really good looking ogre with this this sword-like weapon, I guess. Kind of like a sword, I don't know. It's just, you know, ogres, they just use whatever they can get their hands on. He's got some scarring there on his shoulder. He's wearing basically a kilt, I guess. Sort of, kind of like gladiatorial kilt, I guess. It's really cool. So we have 2 of those. Now we have some big boys here. So we have this ogre, this huge one. It's immediately a lot bigger than the others, but it looks really cool. It takes up 2 squares, so that's a big figure. I think this was their chieftain or whatever it was called. What did they call it in this? Let me just grab. Oh, I haven't even looked at this this monster art. This is really good. That is really good. So these are the monster cards. So yeah, we had the warrior first. This is the commander. And we had, oh, I'm missing one because the other one was the warrior. Here, the mercenary. Yeah, there we go. Which is odd that this one has a different back. But I guess it has... Oh, you can use the mercenary as a... You can use an ogre mercenary? I guess you can. Well, that's new. Maybe it's an enemy, and I don't know. It costs 150 gold. You can have an ogre as a mercenary, just like the advanced quest from the classic, where you had the mercenaries with the different kind of weapons that you could pick. Ha! That's excellent. You can add these as your own fighters. So the mercenary, the hero, the commander, that's what it's called. The commander and the champion. Haha. So yeah, I mean, look at all the detail, all the bones and all the stuff that he's got on his belt, and the headdress and the shoulder skull there. Here the belts holding his armor together, teeth on his belt. That's really cool. That is a nice miniature. And here is the ogre, I forget the champion. He's actually got this strapped to the end of his arm, so he must have lost his hand and gotten this blade instead. Wearing a shield there with a nasty pointed thing there. Could be a horn. It could also just be metal. I like the belt there. The gladiator's helmet. So again, another really, really nicely sculpted, sturdy miniature. So the cards can go in the middle there, and yeah, it has this little thing here to keep them in place, so you know you won't have room to sleeve them, because if you sleeve them then this will be in the way. So that's a bit of a shame, but I mean it helps keep the cards in place. Although I do like to sleeve my cards. So we have a spot here for your tokens. Then we have the Ogre Lord here, which is again a big one. Double tiles. Pointing forward, commanding his ogre troops, holding a big scepter club. Oh, I like that. This metal wolf head as he's got on his shoulder, and the spikes on the other side. Spiked crown. He's got some furs, and he's got some ornaments on the belt as well. Some jewels there, I guess. And here another a chalice. So yeah, ooh, really cool figure, really cool. A huge update from the original miniatures, of course. We got the throne. That's pretty cool. Also double wide, again with that cat face in the back. Some runic, I guess. He's got some fur hanging over the throne. You know, to sit comfortably, to rest your neck. That's pretty cool. That's a really nice looking furniture piece. So we have that. And they are held in these inserts pretty tightly. Not super tightly, but I would be careful if you paint them to not, you know, scrape them too much. Or maybe just make your own insert. This is pretty okay. This is not too tight. This is pretty cool. Oh, this actually opens. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. So you have this heavy door with a nice stone sides here. There's a little shield so you can paint something on that. There's a vine growing here, and there's two torches on the other side, and you can lift this up and open this up. How cool is that? That is excellent. I love that. And we have 2 of those in the box, and then we have 4 of these doors, stone doors, again with that cool looking face and some runes. Same on both sides, really. But that's just a you know, a slab of stone, basically. That's your door. But it looks really nice, nice and thick. Plastic, and we have 4 of those. So then finally, almost, we have the skeleton archers. We have 3 of those in this box. So plenty of miniatures. Also nicely detailed, nice and sturdy. You see, you can bend the thin parts just a little bit, but this won't easily break. Very nice plastic material there. Very sturdy. And you can actually see the detail in the chainmail of the head piece there. That's really cool. Very nicely done. I'm guessing these were all digitally sculpted and then cast and printed. Printed and cast instead of, you know, hand sculpted. But I mean, good job on these. Here is the female druid in the classic red, of course, for the heroes. And of course, all of these come on round bases, contrary to the classic HeroQuests, which all came on rectangular bases. And I kind of like that. I mean, I like both. I like the classic for nostalgic reasons, once again. But now you can kind of turn them and point them towards the monsters they're facing and fighting. Because, you know, it doesn't really matter in this game. That's really nice. Again, wearing some fur. Got, I believe that's long braided hair there on the back with a gnarled staff, which is really cool. Yeah, so we have the female druid. And they look smaller than humans, so I'm guessing they're not. Well, this one might be, although he's still a bit small. They might be some different kind of creature. Maybe halflings, who knows? I don't know. So he's also got this staff. He's got a fur around his neck. I like the mustache. And that looks really good. He's got a hip flask there on the belt. I think two, actually, potions. So we have that guy. And then their wolf companion, finally. If I can get that one out. That one is in very tight. So again, nice sculpting on the fur. A big dire wolf, I would say. He's pretty large. So that's really cool. All right. So yeah, those are all the miniatures, cards, and tiles and tokens in against the Ogre Horde. Let's just do a check to see if there's nothing underneath. But there's not. You have a little slot there for putting on your tokens. And you can put the tiles on top of here. There is a little indentation here for putting your tiles. Let's just test that out. Does that indeed fit? Well, this one goes over here. So the big ones go on top. Yeah, there's another slot here. And I guess the smaller ones go here, and you can probably just put them in however you want. Yeah, there seems to be, oh, well, this one actually goes in further. Yeah, so they do fit in completely. Yeah, you just kind of have to figure that out. But there is room. There's not too many tiles. So you put this one here and this one here, and it seems to work that way. So yeah, there you go. And so that was my unboxing of the HeroQuest expansion Against the Ogre Horde by Hasbro and Avalon Hill Games. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please also check out my Patreon page by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.